chair.
It's
Look,
serious.
look at my chair. Go ahead and just go.
Welcome back to I Hate That Shit, a podcast about hating shit and loving life.
Hi, guys.
We're struggling to be back with your host.
Hi, guys. This is Bonnie. Hope this finds you well. I've been missing you guys. We've been really busy in the other life that we have, and we're gonna be doing some changes up here. We're gonna start doing them. Our podcasts are gonna come out every other week from here on out, because there's a
For
lot
now,
of,
at least.
for now, because
We'll see
there's
how
some
it goes.
stuff going on, and you guys will be all in it once I tell you about it.
Yeah.
Huh, Liz?
Yeah.
So we've been busy. Anyway, hi, Liz. How are you?
I'm good.
Haven't seen you in a while either.
And now, you know who else you haven't seen here
Oh, this
Here.
one? I
In
know.
this room.
on this podcast?
Yeah, in our 7th season. 7th season. Wow. Not bad, huh?
Not bad, but as I was saying, welcome back, Cynthia.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yes, we love having Cynthia, of course. You know, when we want to just talk about stuff and the shit that's been going on in our lives and stuff. So today we're going to title it, you guys. What is it? Death
With dignity.
Death with dignity today. You know, just
Or
a horrible
dying with
thing. Or
dignity.
dying with dignity, right? Or assisted suicide.
So we're going to be talking
About that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's get into it. But before we do, I do want to say one of the things with assisted suicides, the factors that contribute to society's anxiety over death. I mean, people are so afraid of dying that they're not really living their lives, you know, when you have an anxiety over dying. But some people see it as a way out instead of doing the struggle. You know what I mean? It's just, what do you do when you do come across yourself or your loved one or someone you know that is going through a terminal illness? I wouldn't want to be in that pain. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I do know that assisted suicide is legal in the Netherlands. The doctor gives the drug, but you have to administer it yourself.
Well, that's what happened with Kevorkian, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was, he set it up and you had to be a certain health, at a certain point of health failure, and you had to do it. He set it up and he told you. He's like, this is how you do it.
Right.
But I can't do this for you.
No.
Yeah.
And they called him Dr. Death.
Well, and that's kind of the argument against it is it ethical? The Hippocratic oath,
Wake up.
that doctors
Yeah.
take.
Mm-hmm.
Is
That
it
is
then
true.
ethical for them to set you up to commit suicide?
Yeah.
And I think it is.
It's part of the Hippocratic Oath.
As far as, I mean, there is that death with dignity movement.
Right.
That they're trying to get more states to have laws for this, because right now there's 10
Mhm.
states. Or
What are the 10
They're
states?
Oregon, Washington, Montana, Vermont, Colorado, California, Hawaii, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., and New Mexico.
Oh, wow. All the Democratic states. Imagine that.
And there's, it can't just be anyone.
No.
You have to be 18, you have to be sound of mind,
Right.
and you have to mind and body, because you have to administer it yourself. Which, if someone has a terminal illness, like, I think it should be their decision whether they want to go through these procedures or be in pain.
Spend
or
all that
not.
money. Spend
Or if
all
they
that
just
money.
want to end
Yes.
it. That
I
should
agree.
What
be
I don't
their
understand
I agree with that.
is that if you're taking the medicine yourself,
Mm-hmm.
ultimately you're the one pulling the trigger.
Exactly.
Why does the other person get
In trouble.
punished for murder? Because it's not,
Yeah.
they're not forcing you to do
No.
it. They didn't
Right.
No.
make you do it.
Exactly.
There were circumstances that got you to the point
Exactly.
and they agreed that, I mean, you're this bad off.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to tell you to stick around and suffer? Because that's incredibly selfish.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we euthanize animals.
Exactly.
When we know that they're so far
That they can't take care of themselves.
that it's torturous to
Mhm.
keep them alive.
Mm-hmm.
So why
Yeah.
not do that
To people.
to people?
Yeah. How is it humane to do that to an animal, but
Right.
inhumane to do it for a
Yeah,
person?
like you can stop their suffering.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I
Stop
think
at
it's.
humans.
I think it's arrogance.
You just have to pump them full of
It's-
drugs. And
It is. It's arrogance and it's religion.
It's beliefs, and that's
It
fine
is
if
beliefs.
That's your belief. Great.
Right.
But if
It-
that's not my
Exactly.
belief, it's my body, my decision.
Exactly. I agree with
just-
that.
I don't. There's no argument.
No, there isn't.
yeah,
You know I would probably do that too. If I was so far gone, I don't want my kids to spend their inheritance keeping me alive
Yeah.
when they come in and I'm like a
Just
vegetable.
elongating the inevitable.
Exactly. Put me
Yeah.
to sleep. I'm already sleeping. Just go ahead and make it permanent.
yeah.
I
Right.
mean,
And that,
you don't know.
And it's
I would say that this should extend past, like a cancer that you're gonna die, or something like that.
Right.
A terminal. Like my mom always says that if she is ever diagnosed with, I don't remember shit, Alzheimer's or dementia,
Right.
she's like, I will take a bunch of sleeping pills because she has lived through it and
Exactly.
she's seen how it
Right.
affects and how it affects the family. And
Right.
she's like, I won't do that to
No.
my family.
No, that's heartbreaking. It's called a long goodbye
And there's-
because of that.
And why is that? What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
If you're definitely going to go into this rabbit hole of
Yeah.
confusion and
Yeah.
everything, and
Losing your mind.
yeah, it's why can't you, when you're sound of mind,
Yeah.
why can't you make that decision for yourself?
I don't know. That's a
Whose
good
business
question.
is it?
It's
Like,
no
I
wise.
just-
But that's the way our society is. I
Right.
mean, only here in America does that happen. I mean, there's all, like I said about Netherlands and stuff. People around the world understand that. I mean, and it really does come back to religion and people's beliefs. But that's the thing that we need to separate is that if I'm the one dealing with it, why you're not over there suffering. I should be able to do that, humanely for my mom, for my daughter, for myself, without it being some big old controversy that, you have to get all this paperwork and stuff. Because really, let's say if I did take my life as that way, taking a bunch of pills here in this house, would they charge Rocco with murder? Because he was here in the house while I was killing myself, and he didn't do anything
Yeah,
to stop
knowledge
me.
of it, I don't know.
Right?
Or an
Isn't that
accessory.
wild? Could you see that them spinning it like that though?
Absolutely.
100% spinning it like that. That's why Dr. Death was the way he was too. It's just people should be able to die with dignity. I mean, when is that line? Is it when it just becomes terminal, or is it because you just have had enough with your life?
But I think part of the problem, maybe to play devil's advocate, is that there are people who could take advantage. And unless you have very strict rules about it, which, I mean, I am all for
Right.
the practice, but unless you have like strict rule, like it has to be a doctor
Right.
Yeah.
near
Right.
with you, it has to be, a shit ton. I know you're like the paperwork,
Yeah.
but like it has to be
Yeah.
that.
Ugh.
And
So
the
it
doctors
can't
have
just
to-
be somebody just
Right.
slip something to you and then
Right.
they're like, oh, well, they wanted to die.
Right. Oh,
with
that's true
dignity.
too. That is
It's
very,
like,
very
all
true.
of a sudden, all those people
Yeah.
poisoning their spouses are like, well, that's what they wanted.
That's what I was doing.
I was fulfilling their wish. It's like,
It is
no.
true. But I understand the legal aspect of that because, I get that we live in a society that we're supposed to follow the rules. So I get
But
that.
there's a lot.
But
just
if we are going to make rules, then we make rules based on facts, not somebody's feelings
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Or belief.
or beliefs. I mean, that's the problem with us right now as a society.
Yeah, it's so hard to just allow others to be.
Yeah.
Why?
I
Why
don't
is
know.
that so hard?
I don't know.
And in this, like, if you're allowed to live your life
Yeah.
according to your belief
Right.
or desires,
Right.
if you're
That's a
gonna
good one.
die anyway,
Yep.
why can't you end your life
Right.
according to your beliefs
Right.
and your desires?
Right. Right. I don't know. I don't know
I
why.
think that's why you can't just let people live. Is because everybody's gonna push their
beliefs
stuff on someone else
I'm
and
all about
prevent them
facts.
from just living.
Exactly. Well, that's a lot of different things going on in America right now.
Minding your own business is a
People
tough
don't know
thing
how.
for a lot of fucking
People
to
do not
do.
know how to mind their own business, you know?
Yeah.
And why is that? I mean, obviously you're unhappy with your own life if you're so all up in somebody else's shit that has nothing to do with you at all.
Right. No bearing on your
Yeah.
life.
Nothing at all. But Katie's over there doing this with Karen's over there doing that. Whatever. You know?
Like, I don't care what
It's-
they're doing. They're not doing anything to me.
I'm not bothering them. Why are they
They're not
bothering
hurting
me?
anybody.
You know? Right.
They're just existing.
That ain't good enough, though. I mean, you have
but
to
you're
go.
not existing the way I want you
Exactly.
to. It's like,
Yes,
you know what?
Exactly.
I don't give a shit how you want me to exist.
But see, that's the thing, especially with the way our society is and traditions and rules and stuff. That someone dying with dignity, I think it's getting there, but it's not quite there yet to where it's not a stigma, I guess. You know, or oh, that she killed herself. You know.
Well,
Was it-
suicide is frowned upon. It's very much a stigma
Yeah. Why?
because
See?
they think. I'm not saying
Right.
it should be.
It's-
I'm just saying it is.
It
It's
is.
religion. That's
It is
why.
religion.
Because since
Like if somebody
I don't
says they're
think any of them-
suicidal, they immediately jump the gun. And
Right.
They're like, "Rrr." It's
Yeah.
like, well, just that doesn't necessarily mean
No.
they're gonna kill themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
Just because they think about death. It's-
Everyone should think about death. I do. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with however my life ends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't have plans to take my own life.
You know,
But-
but yeah,
I'm not afraid to die.
no. And if it did come down to me having a terminal illness and that I had like 6 weeks to live or less than
And it
6
was gonna
months,
be torturous ones.
yeah, fuck that.
Oh,
Where-
yeah.
Give me a
like,
nice big fat
you
blunt
can't
with all
even-
kinds of psychotic drugs in it,
Hell yeah.
and then just
If-
let me go.
When you've got like stage 4, like what is it, the blastoma?
Yeah,
and-
that
and
glioblastoma,
you're not
glioblastoma.
gonna
Yeah,
live.
you're not gonna live.
100%.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why can't you choose when and how that
Right.
happens?
Right.
Why can't that be your choice? I don't get it.
Well, people who have money and means and power and that stuff, maybe that's the way these older people do go. You know, maybe they do in secrecy say, I got this, I'm not gonna live much longer. And then, a couple days later they come out and they're dead. And you're like, wow, they went fast. So maybe they did. But we won't know.
Yeah, we wouldn't do
I'm just
that.
saying that could be a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying though,
Why do you think
but
that?
yeah, because if it happened to someone like us, they would say that it was a suicide. But when it happens that we don't know about to someone in power, that would definitely be dying with dignity.
They died of natural causes.
Died of natural
Yes,
causes.
natural causes.
Oh
Or
really?
even,
Naturally
when
took
people
some death
OD,
drugs.
How do you know they didn't OD on purpose?
Exactly.
How do you know they didn't intentionally give themselves that extra
Right. That extra pill.
that extra pill,
Yeah.
that extra patch,
That
that
extra
extra
puff.
whatever it was?
That extra puff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think that the way it's frowned upon is because of the way we have the hierarchy in our society. If a young black man was to take himself, no one would give a fucking shit at all. But a pretty young white girl that did it, they're like, oh God, oh, that's terrible. And that is the way it is in America. And this might sound bad, but I'm gonna say it anyway. The way I've known people who have taken their lives by suicide, and although it's tragic, it's terrible for the people who are left behind, but they're not in pain anymore. And at the end of the day, they went out the way that they chose to go out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you can't no one can ever blame themselves for somebody else's suicide or
No.
Like, I didn't see the signs, and it's because they didn't want you to see the signs. But
Exactly.
They're searching for some kind of peace.
Right.
You can't do anything but just hope they find it.
Exactly.
And no, I don't think your soul is damned.
I don't either. I don't either.
But even if it is, like, let me damn my soul.
Exactly.
That's
my soul
that
and my
I'm
life.
I'm willing to take that, right?
It's my life to take and
That's
my soul
right.
to damn.
My eternity. That's exactly right.
Yep.
And I 100% agree with that.
Like, if you're in
Exactly.
hell on earth so bad that you want to
Off
kill yourself.
Yeah, I think
And that
Earth is
means
hell.
if that damns you to hell for the rest of eternity, well then, I mean, you are already there.
Yeah.
It's true.
And at the end of the day, no one knows what's on the other side until you get there. And for people who do want to die with dignity or assisted suicide, whatever you want to call it, I don't have a problem with that. I think it just sucks for the people left behind, especially, at least explain it before you go. That, to me, is, at least let me know why you went, let me know why you did it.
I think it's also, like, if you put, like, the label to it and look at it in a real situation, people, it's this selfish thought from people, because you don't want, and I know this might kind of really drill it home, but it's like, you don't want to let go of grandma.
Exactly.
Or your mom, or
Right.
your dad, or
Right.
your sibling, or
Right.
your
Whoever it is.
child
Yeah.
that's an
Mhm.
adult,
Mhm.
like, you don't want to let them go. You're not ready to lose them.
100%.
And so you're like,
100%.
I know you're being tortured every second of every day.
Right.
But here's some more morphine.
Right.
So that
You need to
can
stick
stay with
around.
me.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like a good life.
No,
It doesn't.
and that's the thing is, like we said before, we're not just saying anyone should have access to assisted suicide.
No.
This
No.
is specific.
Yes.
And I agree with the the terms for the deaths with dying movement.
Yeah.
Again, 18, terminal disease. You have
Right.
to have the physical and mental capacity and the physical ability to self-administer. Okay. Why can't that be legal across the board? Like,
I don't know. I agree with that. But on that note, though, so on the other end of the spectrum, someone, you say 18, legal, terminal illness. So what if it's someone that's 86 years old on the other side that has dementia, and they just found out that she's terminal too for cancer, right? And it's spread throughout her whole body. Who makes that determination for her? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and that's
Where's that tweak? Where's that law?
yeah, that would have to be
Right?
I
an
think that would
acceptance,
have to
right?
be like a what is
like
it?
when you make
Like
the
a do not
decision.
resuscitate
Yeah.
Right, a DNR.
decision where you're like,
Right.
if I
Your living trust.
get to this point
Right.
of absolute positive no return.
But then there's gonna be family members like, no, she, hang on, no.
But that's the
And
thing,
even
like, you
with
can't do that. It's like a do not resuscitate order. If the patient
Yeah.
signs it,
Yeah.
it doesn't fucking
You're
matter
right,
what.
but there's also
Right.
exceptions.
Right.
That even in my
Even to the
when
DNR.
my grandmother had a DNR, and my aunt would not let the doctors not resuscitate her.
That's
Yeah.
The
thing.
problem is if they
And that's
do, if she was of like you say, of sound mind and everything when she signed it, if they do resuscitate her and she's comes back, can't she like
Sue 'em?
sue the
I
fuck out of
would.
him for malpractice?
Yeah, but you know what? You're probably happy
Like,
that
if
they
you
brought
get-
you back, though, too.
Yeah, I don't think
I
she
don't
was,
know.
though.
She wasn't. Oh.
She was ready.
Oh, see?
That's what I'm saying. Like, at
Yeah.
that, I'm not talking about like you had an accident,
Right,
and I
right.
mean, like, if you're at that age
You're
where
in your
you're like, no,
80s,
do
Yes.
not.
lived your life,
Yeah.
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
You're adamant about do not bring me
Yep,
back, and
exactly.
somebody does, I would be pissed the fuck off.
I would probably be mad, too. It's a DNR for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already halfway.
Like, I
I'm
didn't
already
s-
halfway gone.
I didn't sign it for the shits and giggles
Exactly.
of it. I didn't sign it to see who's really loyal to me and is
Yeah.
gonna fight.
Yeah,
get
to
me
keep me
back.
alive.
Like, I signed it because I did not want to be resuscitated.
But that's the whole problem right there, especially with the way human beings are. We really think that we can overrule and ride people's
Everybody thinks they
Feelings
know better
better.
for someone else.
exactly than what I'm doing to myself. That's the thing. It pisses me off because it's like, really, this is how I'm choosing to die. Oh, I could get into a couple stories, but you know what? I'd be naming names, and they're in the family, so I ain't gonna say shit. But one of these days,
That's
I
for
will.
the tell-all book. Later.
Yeah, but yeah,
I can't wait
But-
for Bonnie to write a tell-all book.
no, maybe Cynthia will be my ghostwriter.
Okay.
No,
on,
I would
on
never
her
do that.
deathbed, she's
I would
gonna
never do that.
write it
I-
and say,
I
when
don't
I
know.
die,
I know Whitney
you
says.
publish this.
Whitney says I need a reality show. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
God.
Could you imagine?
Oh, well, I
There's,
mean, that's how
no
this
way.
happened.
yeah, that is true. There is no way I would have cameras following me 24/7. Fuck
Leave me
no.
alone.
My privacy is important to me.
Mhm.
What are they gonna
It
capture?
is
You
not-
sitting on the
yeah.
couch smoking weed?
Hey, you never know.
That's not it.
Every now and then you get up, go outside.
It's-
meet
it's still
Cynthia
my
at the park
privacy.
with the dogs.
It's
Yeah.
still, if I want to lay on that couch 24/7, I should be able to do that without anyone going,
That's-
damn.
That's fine, but like that's not really gripping television.
It's not. It's not. One of these days, maybe in the near future, it might be. I mean,
Oh,
you
we'll
know,
see.
a lot of stuff going on, but that would never
We'll
happen.
We'll
But
change the YouTube channel from a podcast to just a
Just
camera.
following you
We'll
around.
just put a couple cameras up in your living room.
hey,
and
hey, hey,
kitchen.
hey, there's this restaurant that they actually have their own channel. They
Yeah.
actually have their own channel. It has all the people that work there on it, and and they upload their pictures if they want, or their reels from what they did, and it plays on the TV.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Oh,
cool?
that's funny.
So you never know. Maybe something like that'll be in the future. No. How we doing over there, Liz?
Good.
We're good.
Very good.
Well, you got anything else to say, Mama?
No, just mind your damn business.
Yeah.
Just in general,
In
not
general.
even just
In
about
general.
death.
In regards to death and dying, like
In life, just
If it
mind your
doesn't-
damn
yeah.
business.
Mind your business.
If they're not hurting anybody and they're not affecting you,
Yes.
leave them the hell alone.
This is what I'll say. I found this, and I don't remember. I didn't write who wrote it down, but it says at the end of the day, people. I can't even read my own writing, you guys. People.
Let me see. At the end of the day,
I
people
can't read it. What is that word? Diverge. Oh,
diverge. in
diverge.
drawing
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Different moral conclusions.
Sorry, folks. Glitch. But anyway, at the end of the day, people diverge in drawing different moral conclusions than even if everyone is of good faith. And that is true. Because you can be in a good place and in your heart's in the right place, but you still don't get to make those decisions for me. Yes, we want to save our loved ones. We all want to live together for the rest of our lives. Well, some of us, whatever. But you know what I'm saying. You don't get to make that choice for me, even if you are coming from good faith. Even if you are coming from a good place, it's still not your decision to make.
Right.
Is that a pretty good one for my ending?
That's not your ending.
I know, but that one. Like I say here, don't let shit get you down. What else, Liz?
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
We're
We're all in this shit together.
No more weed
Peace.
before the show, Bonnie.